enjoy, focus on what you want to do, but don't let age or don't let anything else put you behind of what you could do in your life.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Janice Jokkel, and we thank you for tuning in today. I've got the coolest chick in town here in Medina, and I can't wait for you to meet her. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
So what's your name?
So my name is Nancy Tuzzio.
And what do you do?
And I teach cooking classes.
Okay.
It's Jersey Girl Cooks. And obviously I am from Jersey.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I love it because
That's why we did that to you.
I'm very welcomed here in this town, very well, even with the attitude that I can get. No, teasing. But anyway, so I started doing Jersey Girl cooking classes, which is comfort food, and it's healthy and easy. So a real quick thing, I started about 8 years ago, and this was just out of a fluke because I worked in Manhattan in fashion for like most of my life.
You look pretty cool.
So do you. Anyway, so that was my passion and stuff, but food was always my background growing up in an Italian family. You hear this all the time, but there are really Italian families out there that cook all their lives and stuff, and I grew up like that. So when I came out here for my fashion job, I wanted to do something else. And a friend of mine said that I would have that kind of personality in my cooking classes and to understand food, but have fun. And it could be a night out and stuff. So I tried to do a cooking class, won't say where. It was about $150 a class. And I got 1 glass of wine and I got to stir risotto. And that's about all I got. So I'm like, yeah, no, I could do so much better. And in this town, there's so many growth happening here. Like I've been here a good 20 years now. Never lost the accent because I go home a lot. But
don't lose it.
No, but
it gives you that flair.
This town has so much opportunity. This town has so many little businesses that are just adorable. Laura from Cool Beans, who I contract out with, she has that restaurant in there, that little cooking school. And it's amazing how she has different kinds of classes and stuff, but she doesn't have like that true cooking class. And so I approached her about 8 years ago, and she was on it. She was like, let's do something. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do anything that's too much. I got a lot of nurses. I got teachers. I just did a full class with urologists. So they don't have time to be cooking in the kitchen. So original plan was I was going to teach how to make pasta, being Italian. That's wah wah. I want more. Do you want to learn pasta?
No.
No, you want to eat it, but we want to be healthy and enjoy. Oh, by the way, there's Prosecco and wine that goes with this class too. It's fun. It's all about health, but it's fun. And I just said, screw it, let's just do it. Well, it became like very popular. I mean, people wanted me. I do private classes now. Then Laura kind of reached out and said, hey, what about kids? I have no children of my own, but I've got tons of nieces and nephews. I am the coolest Aunt Nancy around. You can note that. And so anyway, so she's like, let's start doing kids. So we started doing kids culinary cooking classes. Amazing how these kids are all just, and it's all local, but then all of a sudden it starts going out a little bit more. So now I have kids coming from all the way down on the lake coming out by me and stuff like that, so, and it's just local, which I just totally love. And then when I got to finally meet you, Janice, and we hit it off really well because you got that same kind of personality.
I said,
almost
she's
we
got
could
to be on my
kids.
show.
No. I better be on my best. And I appreciate it very much. And it's just a great, it's an hour and a half long. There's different classes. So my Italian cooking classes are just teaching how to cook healthy Italian foods and stuff. Then I do Jersey Girl Cooks, which is more advanced. It's more like getting involved more. It's more socializing more. It's more like communication back and forth, hands-on kind of a thing.
And what is it that you teach? Communication, but what is it that you're teaching?
I teach the recipes, the cooking, what I'm doing. Like, for instance, I just did a homemade bow tie pasta. I should have brought some in. Bow tie pasta with escarole and different kinds of spices and stuff. I just take your traditional classic cook stuff, and I just make it, I zhuzh it a little bit to make it a little bit more healthier. I'm not creating the wheel here in Italian. I'm just making it a little bit more healthier and fun. I think a lot of my classes is the entertainment part of it. I really do, because anybody can make sauce, anybody can make pasta, but sometimes you don't want to and you just want to learn quick, but you also want to have fun time doing it. And I totally love that. I think the kids is more educational, where I think my Jersey Girl Cooks is more like fun, learning how to cook, learning these different kinds of recipes, taking these recipes home. You get a gift as well. It's just more of a fun time.
It's an experience.
It's an experience, just like Miss Molly's is an experience, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And so that took off there. And then just like a little bit, like now I've got private housing, private people and stuff like that. But it's all local. And do I want to go further? I don't know, Janice. I really like this town a lot. I love everything about it. I love the people. I love professional people like you. And I just think I could grow here and enjoy it. I don't want to be in 20 years stressed out and gray. I did that in my fashion job.
So what did
I still want to look good.
So tell us what you did in your fashion job. That's very unique to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My fashion job, I started out as a buyer in New York City for Claire's accessories. And you just connect. You just started connecting with people and stuff. And it was definitely, picture New York City in the early 90s, walking the streets and stuff like that. It's definitely, can I say Sex in the City? But anyway, you may want to, but anyway, it was that kind of a feel. And I was in my early 30s. Yeah. It was great. I traveled all over around the world. And then I had a great opportunity to come out to Cleveland, Ohio, for a catalog company to start running a fashion catalog for older women in their 60s, 60s plus, and it's all accessories. I grew up in the accessory world: handbags, shoes, jewelry, and I directed that catalog. So from A to Z, I put that catalog together out the door to the homes of women and stuff. So and then they bought from my catalog. So it's been a blessing. I loved every minute of it. But after 30 years, things change. Company changes. People buy out companies. I'm not going to go there.
People leave people. That's all she has to say.
It's a shame. Anyway, good talent gone. So I was like, what do I want to do when I grow up now, Janice?
Yeah.
And I
know that feeling. In 2008, that happened to me. So.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're too young. We're too young to retire.
Yeah.
And I'm too young to put up with the BS anymore.
Yeah.
So what do I want to do? So why don't I? So this cooking has really pulled me away from my career in the fashion industry, but gave me a new form of life in my age of who I am right now to take it to the next level. Does that make sense?
100%. So we're going to wrap up. We always wrap up our show with words of wisdom. So leave our viewers with some words of wisdom.
I would probably say the age doesn't matter what you do. It really does not. Fashion industry doesn't necessarily mean you have to be 25 and over, or younger, excuse me. It's how you present yourself, and always do that. The girls that hang out at 20-year-olds, I tell them all the time, just enjoy, focus on what you want to do, but don't let age or don't let anything else put you behind of what you could do in your life. And it could be like, I was fashion, now I'm food. I mean, hello, who would have thought those connected? Find your passion. Doesn't matter the age.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, as the viewers. We really appreciate you tuning in to Live at the Hive. I'm Janice Jokkel, and you can find all of our highlights that we do on the show inside the Community Connector publication at cc330.biz. Our spring issue is out, and we love to highlight our nonprofits, small businesses, and cool local leaders like her. So until the next time, toodles.
Armstrong is proud to support the community and local businesses. As an Armstrong Business Solutions customer, the team at the Biz Hive supports their community through Armstrong's high-speed internet connection and reliable service. Watch Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on Channel 100 or visit Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube.